What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys here, myself, Big Walt in the middle, all red, everything. I see you, boy. Ohio
You
State.
keep saying all. It's not all red. This is black.
All
It's
right,
like
oh
O
my
State
God.
colors. O State colors. O State. Come on,
Okay,
man.
60% red. God,
I'm trying to make it seem like I be game banging over here or something, man.
you definitely do.
Exactly.
You definitely do, but we're not going to
No,
talk.
I don't. Stop telling the world that, man. I don't.
We
I
go.
promise. Legal everything over here. Legal. 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 Legal.
That's what gangbangers say. But that's it for today. We're gonna leave it alone.
Man, I'm
We
dead.
got John repping the hometown Thunder.
Is
How
that
you
Johnson?
feeling?
Don't just play it.
Wow.
Who is
Right.
that? No, I'm saying on the shirt.
Oh, this is my boy. This is a
Oh,
shirt.
that's ain't that Tony, I think?
No. You don't know him. It was like my first friend growing up.
Oh, okay.
We lost him a few years ago, but he's so
Oh,
yeah.
well,
But yeah, he was like we were boys since we were like
sorry for your loss, boss.
yeah. He was like yeah. So yeah.
My bad. I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just saying.
No, you good. You good. It's hang on. There we go. That's
It
Hey,
happens. It happens.
respect.
Honest
Salute.
mistake.
Salute.
Honest
Salute.
mistake. But okay,
he's
gentlemen.
the one who made me a Lakers fan until OKC got a team, and then I became a then I became OKC. But I was a Laker fan before OKC got a team. For those who didn't know, yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing. What?
Hey, I will say,
John. I was about to say John is giving us background story of his life, which is okay. Was good. Was cool.
yeah, Nico. How was your
He's
week?
still a Laker fan deep down. He still rock that purple and gold.
Hey, how was your week, Nico?
Good.
How was
my
your day? I
brother.
guess we just did a show a couple days ago. How was it since then?
Good. Good. No complaints, man.
I got a complaint. I got a complaint.
Damn, what?
I am so sick and tired of these umpires and refs that have like egos 10 times the size of their brains. Like I was watching the highlights from the Northeastern game the other day, or Northeastern State. And by the way, people, if you think that doesn't sound like a real state, it's not. But like it's in Oklahoma, and we care about our college baseball and our softball. Northeastern State, the umpire standing in the base path of the player rounding the base, knocks the player over, trying to head into second. The player gets up, continues to second.
Wait.
The umpire, having a little attitude that he got knocked over, calls the player out at second without even being able to see second base from where he was sitting on his butt on the ground. So it ended not only that game, it ended the historic season for Northeastern State. And so I got to say, like, for me, I know how to handle this umpire and these referees. This is how I'm going to handle it. Mob movie style. I'm going to drive them to the edge of town, hand them a bag of cash, the keys to a new car, and tell these refs and umps, don't show your face no more. I don't want to see you no more. You can't be allowed. These guys with these egos piss me off. And you can say it's just sports, but like you're messing up people's lives, people's monies, people's like you're messing with like people's livelihoods. And so like I want them to create like an NBA type bubble where like, you know what I mean? These refs and stuff all have to go retire and live in Disney and they can take their families and they can't ever leave. Like, listen, you can have a happy life and we'll take care of you, but don't show your face no more because I swear these guys piss me off, man. Like,
that sounds like prison, don't it?
I was say John.
it's to be the nicest prison you've ever seen. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying these guys. I'm so done with these umpires. Anyway, we can start the show.
Man,
So what you telling me is they should go to jail and never be able to get out?
that boy coming out swinging, boy.
Noted.
Like a 5-star jail.
In the bubble.
Yeah, create a bubble where I want them to have a nice life. I'm not saying actual jail. I'm saying we give them a nice life, some bag of cash.
You give them that army food, bag of cash.
a new. Listen, you get
Have
the
you ever had army food?
MREs, yeah. No, I'm saying give them a bag of cash, take nice care of them, keys to the new car, and get lost. I don't ever want to see you again. I don't want to hear your name again. Like
Why that sound like witness protection?
He said
Fine,
mob
fine.
style though. That's what he said.
I don't care, man. Like, get rid of them. Like, I'm so done
That
with
boy
them.
want
Like,
to put him in witness protection.
Nah, he trying to have him sleeping with the fishes.
Right.
I mean,
True.
you messing with people's careers, their money, their livelihoods. Like, you messing with a ton of people's, like, everyone's, like, you know what I mean? Like, your careers could be made or broken on a given play.
That's true.
And when you have this kind of like attitude that like I am bigger the game than the game. I mean, I'm not gonna get political, but you know, we talk about it with like police, politicians, all that stuff. Like, listen, you were given this power to handle it properly. You know what I mean? And when you abuse that power, and referees have gotten out of control, umpires have gotten out of control, and to the point like I'm done, man. Like I'm so done with these guys. Like get lost. There's got to be some sort of repercussion to the stupidity they pull every day on the fields.
So I'm definitely
You gotta-
guessing you're not
you
Scott
gotta
Foster.
breathe.
You're not a Scott Foster.
I'm done. We can start the show. That's all I'm just saying. I'm not a Scott Foster fan, no.
But we're gonna continue with the show. So
Dave
the
Chappelle said, "Let's
Dallas
start the
Mavericks
show."
avoid the sweep last night, beating Golden State by a final score of
Gentlemen, sweet.
109 to 119
Yes.
after being up by almost 30 points.
Yeah.
Guys, let me ask you this: could the Mavs pull off one of the biggest upsets in NBA history and win 4 straight? We're gonna go with you, Walt. You look like you've been there, done that. With a certain guy by the name of Goat James and other guy by the name of the Earth was flat, Mr. Irvin. But
I appreciate you saying "Go James" too. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
relax,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
chill out,
Thank you.
chill out, chill out.
but I mean, honestly though, I'm no disrespect to my boy Doncic, man. Like I said, I know they keep trying to say like he putting up LeBron numbers and stuff right now, but honestly, I just feel like at this point it's gonna be just a gentleman's sweep. I mean, let's be real. I feel like at a point I really thought Golden State was gonna still win last night, even though they was still down 30. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They end up coming within 8 with like 3 minutes left.
Like,
I was like, uh-oh.
I was still thought like it was a chance. Like I'm like, damn, they really about to go out tonight. But I mean, like I said, I applaud Doncic, for doing his thing, at home. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just Doncic this time. Reggie he finally didn't go 0 for 10 today. You know what I'm saying? He had 18 points. Bronson had 15, and Smith even had a big 23. So the others, as Shannon Sharp would say, definitely stepped up, and even Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Because Cleveland, I think he's been struggling, throughout the whole playoffs, honestly. So the others stepped up for Luka last night, so that's why they were able to survive another game. But I am expecting the Golden State Warriors to have a gentleman's sweep, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And still win 4-1 and go to the finals. So that's my take on that.
Before I answer, Walt, what percentage do you give the Mavericks of being able to pull off the comeback, a 4 straight win?
I'll say like a 3% chance.
That's not. I was actually gonna say 1%, but I'm up to like 10% because the more I think about it.
I was just about to say the only reason I'm giving them 3 is because of Luka. You know what I'm saying? I know Luka's gonna do his thing, but I just feel like the others need to continue to step up for Luka. I shouldn't say for that, for them to go further into the playoffs. But yeah, my fault. Go ahead.
Hey, mute your TV. So I'm gonna say 10% because of this. The Warriors seem to almost take game 5s off when they're up 3-1, 3. They're usually not up 3-0, but it seems like they've taken like a lot of game 5s, like where they're like, whatever. And if Mavericks to come out and jump on them on this one, and then the Warriors kind of like have always that, we got that Klay Thompson game 6 in the back pocket, we'll be fine. If he doesn't have that game 6, Warriors could win game 6 at home. And then coming into game 7 with that kind of momentum, I mean,
game 6 would be in Dallas.
The 3 games that Golden State won, like 2 of them, Dallas could have won those games at any given point if the ball just bounced a different way, So I give them a 10% chance of being able to pull it off, and I really think if Golden State doesn't come out from the first quarter, and I'm not talking about just hitting their threes. I'm talking about attacking the basket, getting in the paint and hitting the buckets in the paint, and then letting the threes happen as they do, because they were great from three the other night.
But
Like,
I don't know. I can't say I can agree with you on that because I just feel like Golden State's most strength quarter is really the third quarter. I mean, I feel like
for
that's when you
sure,
really could judge Golden State if that's really if they're gonna win that game or not. Is based on that third quarter. So I mean, yeah, I feel like they do need to start off fast, absolutely. But I mean, if they don't, I still feel like they have the firepower enough to still come back in that third quarter and win. Because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I don't think Clay's going to only have 12 points next game either. You know what I'm saying? And Curry, he only had 20 points last game too. So, I mean, I just don't see that same scenario happening with those guys having their shooting struggles, 2 games back to back. So that's why I'm saying I feel like it's going to be a general.
yeah, it's tough to think that the Warriors would ever lose a 3-0 lead. But like I said, the way that two of the games went down, and like I said, if they can get up enough where they can go up on Warriors, eat that third quarter comeback, and then hold them off in the fourth, I think they could win Game 5. And then, like I said, I know there's more to it than just Clay in Game 6, but a lot of their Game 6s are Klay Thompson saving them. And so,
Hey, honestly, it ain't even been Clay. And I hate to say it, the X factor for the Warriors has been Looney, though. Real
I'm
talk.
talking about Game 6, but yeah,
Oh,
Looney's was
all
great
right,
in Game.
my bad.
I'm just talking about Game 6
Got you.
specifically. But yeah, Looney's been great. What a great work keeping him. I mean, they even talking about him shipping him and all that stuff. He's been great. And then of course Wiggins, man, like he's a consistent like 17. It's almost like if you go like his last 10 games, it's like 17, 17, 17, 17, almost to the T. But
Yeah,
he's
13.
yeah. But I mean, but then he'll have like 20 the game before that, But it averages out to like 7. But yeah, he's been consistent for them. But they do need Clay to sort of have a 25, 30-point game, I think, and just put him away, man. Don't let this go another game. Like I put everything you have on this one, and then rest up for Boston and Miami, whoever comes out of there.
Yeah, because let's be real. I still think they got that memory of that blowing that lead to Cleveland in the back of their head. So I don't think they want that to happen twice in the history. So
well, especially 3-0, man. It'll be I think the record is like teams that are up 3-0 is like 146-0.
Yeah,
something like that. So the odds are stacked against Dallas, but
I mean,
I think they have the potential.
It was in their favor when they was up 3-1 on Cleveland, and we all know how that is.
But I mean, that's two different scenarios, though.
No, I'm saying at that time, I don't think a team had ever came back in the finals or not.
No, but they also had a suspension. 3 players get hurt. Like there was a lot and then LeBron just went crazy. I mean,
let's be honest.
They averaged like 40.
A lot of their success has been on other people's injuries too.
I agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, Chris Paul, Kawhi, just to name a few.
Had Kyrie and Love out that one series.
The first year, yeah, 100%.
Dellavedova was your second best player.
So Curry stopped.
And that's not a shot at him. I'm just saying,
I get it though, but I'm just saying
he did have a nice little series, but it wasn't Kyrie.
It was mostly just LeBron in that series, though. Let's be real.
Yeah,
100%. But guys, to be honest, the Mavs did the best they could last night. You got 23 from Vinny Smith, 18 from Reggie Bullock, 30 from Luka, 15 from Bronson. Max Cleaver gave you 13. Dinwiddie gave you 10. I mean, they did exactly what they should have been doing the first 3 games. But what I did like about Dallas, they did not get complacent with just shooting a 3. You see a lot of times when they would close out, they was going to the rim, which is what they should have been doing to begin with. So now, hopefully, for them, you don't get complacent with shooting 3s tomorrow, and you may be able to make it a game. You may be able to make it a game. And then I think, Dinwiddie had, 8 rebounds. They won a rebound battle. As small as Golden State is, I don't, they're able to get rebounds. They tough. But, I think that was big for Dallas last night, winning that rebound battle. And
hey, did you see the look on Cuban's face when it started raining in his building, somebody getting fired. That's all I'm saying, man.
What?
He was looking like you gotta be like he had that look like this is embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like this is come on, man. This can't be happening in my stadium. Like what are you kidding me?
Hey,
Like he had that look like somebody whoever the contractor is or the roof guy, he's whoever's supposed to be running checks on the building, man. He had that look like that dude's not getting a raise this year. That's all I'm saying.
hey, players mess up too, man. It is what it is. I'm sure that building has been struck
Dude,
big
it's been around for
security
20 years.
Yeah, so I mean,
20 years,
I,
man.
I really hope one mess up doesn't affect somebody's job.
No, I'm messing. Like
No, well, that's the
he did
first
look
mess up.
he did look kind of
Until
embarrassed though, didn't he?
it happened back in March too.
I wouldn't say embarrassed, but he looked like you gotta be kidding me.
I found
man.
this on the web where they said they
Talking about with the
Like,
fire.
No, back in March with the water, they had a leakage back in March, and they just never got it fixed. They had it. It was another game delay. So hopefully,
I mean, there was literally a guy with an umbrella at the game the other night. Like just
yeah,
I was
that
like,
was last night. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like that. He just had that look. Like you gotta be kidding me, man. Like,
but I ain't
not
gonna
my
lie to you. I got nervous for Dallas because when you in that rhythm, even the slightest delay can throw you off a little bit. But they was able
Yeah.
to hold on and win the game. So,
Colin Kaepernick
I was-
knows.
huh?
Colin Kaepernick
Oh
knows
yeah.
when
First
the
time ever in the Super Bowl.
lights went out. Yeah. By the way, he's
With the Raiders.
he's got a shot
Yeah,
with the
he's
Raiders.
getting a
I like
tryout.
him as a backup with the Raiders. Not only
Getting a
because like if Carr gets hurt, but also like when the Saints had that Drew Brees. Oh man, I forget his name. You guys know what I'm talking about the kid down there now. Their
Hill.
quarterback, not Jameis, but the other quarterback.
Hill.
Taysom
You talking
Hill.
about Hill?
Yeah. Being able to have that guy come off the bench and run a different style offense, who been to a Super Bowl, won a conference championship, like having that guy as your backup, and not only to come in if you're hurt, but also to come in and just change the pace up from time to time is great because it makes teams have to game plan for that style of play. Two completely different styles of play with Carr and Kaepernick. And I don't know if Kaepernick's gonna be run as much as he used to when he's younger, but still, like, he still has that potential. I mean, he's in great shape right now. So I like it as a signing.
Yeah,
I know we're way off topic, but I mean, I like it as a signing.
I agree. So, Game 5 tonight, fellas, is the Miami Heat's defense outmatched by the Boston Celtics offense. What you think about that, John? What's your take on that one?
I'm gonna say yes and no. I actually, because the more I thought about it, like, Miami can hold, if they, let's say they go 7, Miami can hold Boston to 90, 95, probably 3 of those games. But you can't do it for 7 games. Boston's offense has too many weapons. We saw Brown go off for 40. The next night had like 12, and Tatum went off for almost 30 something. And he had a rough night the night before. Like, if these two are both hitting at the same time, man, you might as well shut the place down. Like, it's just it's over. And we saw Horford, have a 30-point game. I don't know how many left of those he has, but he still has potential to score, obviously. And of course, Marcus Smart can catch fire. Like, a lot of players catch fire. So I think, they're outmatched in a 7-game series. If I'm going to get 1 game, I like Miami, but 7 games, man, you can't stop Boston's offense for 7 games. You just can't.
True, 100%. What you got on the wall?
Yeah, I want to say that the Heat's defense is outmatched by Boston's offense. I think they showed yesterday that they're both 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken, on the defensive side. So they're both great defensive teams, I should say, and good offensive teams. So it's like, in my opinion, I feel like they kind of balance each other out. It's just the fact of, well, I shouldn't say that because I just feel like the fact that because I picked Boston to win in 6, but I just feel like Tatum is just. I feel like this is his time to take to take that next step from going from a star to a superstar. You feel me? So I feel like these next few games should kind of help elevate him to being, you know what I'm saying, from going to a star to a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Because like John was saying, he can go from scoring 30 points one game and then only scoring like 8, you know what I'm saying, 8 to 10 points the next. You know what I'm saying? We need that constant consistency from you, especially now with it being deep in the playoffs. Like you can't just go around only scoring 8 points now in the playoffs. Like you, especially with all the offense pretty much coming through you and Tatum. I mean, I'm sorry, you and Brown. So I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a great matchup. I feel like the series has been pretty decent to me, honestly. I know there's been, a couple blowouts here and there, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I still got, Boston taking it, you know what I'm saying, in 6. So
yeah, I like Boston and say I don't see Miami winning another game. It's just
tonight is going to be a big key, I should say.
For sure.
Tonight is
but listen, I hope Bam gets paid. I hope he has fun playing, but I'm done talking about it. Like I love to watch aggressive Bam, but we're getting another Bam for in like most of the games, and without aggressive Bam, it's like, you know what? I'm not criticizing him. I'm done. Like I've said everything I want to say about him. I'm just saying, listen, man, have fun, do what you want, but I'm just disappointed because Jimmy's not gonna probably ever see that ring with this team, this current team that he's gonna have to probably move on, or they're gonna have to bring in another star, because there's just no shot, man. There's just
Jimmy can't move on, man. He got to stay to this team, because I feel like if he move on to another team, that's just gonna be a bad look for Jimmy. So he got to bring the talent to him this time instead of going to the talent.
I agree. I agree. But
you got to do a LeBron. Recruit.
Oh, and John, can you please tell the people what you said off field? What you think that Miami should do, please? What Haslam?
I'm asking if right, because we who was it? Talked about Chris Paul. Patrick Beverley said that there were moments of the game where he probably should have gone to his bench and pulled Chris Paul, and I don't think that's completely wrong. If your guy is showing a lack of passion, emotion, not fighting for rebounds when he's completely capable of it, there's no one on Boston who's physically better than Bam Adebayo at attacking them, getting boards, boxing out. There's just not. So it's got to be on his end if he's not getting them. So yeah, I say, listen, I would bring out Udonis Haslem for like 5 minutes. Why not? Because you know what? You have to be able to show, like, and by the way, if they get scrubbed in if they get scrubbed in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes he's out there, obviously pull him. But I'm serious about like going to your bench and letting your guys know, like, man, if you're not going to do what it takes, I will go get guys who aren't as talented as you, or are older or less athletic than you, but want it more. And honestly, I don't think it's a terrible option. Now, obviously, I'm not playing up 25 minutes, my goodness. But why do you have a player? Why are you wasting a roster spot on a guy that you never intend to play? If that's the case, then I don't understand in the first place. But yeah, I'd bring him out for like 3 to 5 minutes and just see what kind of energy he brings to the game. Leadership, energy, anything.
What you got to say on that, Nico?
John tripping for one, but but with his explanation, it makes sense.
It do though. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, it's like,
I'm not saying 10 minutes. I ain't saying 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'm saying 3 to 5.
No, but it makes a lot of sense. Hell, if you ain't gonna do it, we're gonna have this 40-year-old basketball player do it.
Yeah, now that he kind of broke it down in there.
We saw this.
You really want to get shown up by a 40-year-old basketball player? No matter how professional they are or not. Ain't nobody trying to get booked by no Michael Jordan.
Yeah. No, we saw this last year with Dallas. Porzingis getting paid, I don't know, 25 to $35 million a year. I think like $30 million a year. Come out and was dropping like 12 and 5. They bring in Boban, and Boban averaged 12 and like 10. and he's only getting paid like $3 million. One was getting paid $3 million, one
Why
was getting
did,
paid $30
why
million.
did you
And one of
why
them
did you
brought an
say that?
energy and passion to the game that the other one. I'm not saying Porzingis. I do think that a lot of the Porzingis issue was Luka. I think he didn't involve him the right way. Porzingis he's not a 3-and-D player. All right, come on, man. He's not Maxi Kleber or something like. You can't just leave him out there. He can put the ball on the floor. He's got post moves. He's got all kinds of stuff. So does Max. He's got post moves, but he's not gonna. He doesn't have dribble move. Drive moves. But I think they misplayed Porzingis wrong. But still, Boban comes out and in way less limited minutes was having the same amount of points and more rebounds on 1/10 of the salary. I think you have to from time to time.
But I mean, that's just going back to what y'all talking about with fitting in the system, though. I mean, Boban was able to fit in that system, like you said, and Porzingis really wasn't able to fit in Dallas's schemes or system, I should say, because of the fact of Luka was pretty much the ball dominant one, and they just, like you said, pretty much tried to make him a 3-and-D player with just standing out in the wing and shooting three. So
I agree, but like I said, if you're a $30 million player, you just got to be more aggressive. Like you got, what I mean, and that's the thing is Boban was taking just as many shots as.
But that's because he was getting hella rebounds off of Luka because Luka was taking all the shots, though. Like
I agree with that, and like I said, it's a lot more to it than that. So it was not the greatest analogy, but I get
it. No, I get what you're saying, though. But I'm just saying.
But yeah, I know I agree with you on that.
My point was just saying I'm guessing Boban fit that system and that scheme. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting Porzingis didn't. That's pretty much my point.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with
Boban is still in Dallas, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
He lost.
So why haven't they
him and Haslam lost teammate of the year to Drew Holiday this year? Actually, Drew Holiday almost lost to two guys who he deserved it too, but he almost lost two guys who never even played the whole season, pretty much.
We gotta think Haslam is the player coach. Because you saw him last game, he was in a huddle more than Eric Spoelstra. Like, hey, this what got to be done. This what y'all need to do. So it's one of them things, man.
Do you think he has a shot at being a coach?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I think he'll be.
I think some team's gonna take a shot on him, and then he has a chance to prove himself.
I think he'll be in that like Sam Cassell, Willie Green, the coach for the Pelicans. Like it'll take him a couple years, just as a 100% coach. Let's say within about 5 years, somebody be. Come on down. And I think his teams will probably be like Boston. He sets the tone. Almost like, Coach Udoka does for Boston now. You see how one coach and now you're in the damn conference finals with a chance to go to the NBA final.
Damn,
I think
Bam. My fault.
He did what?
Go ahead. That's my bad. I apologize.
Just say it. You done said it now.
I was just saying because I think Bam heard him because Bam just had a hell of a putback dunk, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Physically, there's no one on Boston who can match up with him down low. Like, there's just not.
So you don't think Williams can match up with him?
I was just going to say that. I think Williams can.
I think Williams in a few years, but I think currently, I think Bam is just, again, and Robert Williams having himself a nice little game so far, too. But I'm just saying, I think Bam right now is still just better and understands, he's been in the game a little bit longer. I don't think Robert Williams can guard him right now if he really wanted to. Like,
you may have a point there, young man.
I don't know. I'm about to say they got the same size, same somewhat athleticism.
Robert Williams is a nice player. I said that we were talking. I think we talked about this a while back when he got hurt at the beginning of the playoffs. Like, I don't think Boston could win without him. I really do think he's a bigger key to that team than some people are giving him credit. But no, I agree. He's a great player, and I think he's just going to get better with time. And he could pass Bam by, But right now, I still, I think Bam is better. But
so tonight, who y'all got winning, Miami or Boston?
Shit, I got to go with my pick with Boston, man. Boston got to win, right? They got to win tonight, man. I won't say it's a must win for them, but I mean, it is a must win.
No, it's a must win.
It's a must win for sure.
Because why would you not want to close it out at home?
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing though. I mean Miami, they're good away and home, so that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be tough, but like you said, if they want to win in 6, well, if I want them to win in 6, they need to win tonight and then take it at home. So
All right, what you got, John?
I got Boston. I think they're gonna cover the spread. I think they're gonna win by probably 10. But I hope Miami. I'm huge. Jimmy Butler's still my current favorite player in the league. Like, I hope they pull it off. I really do. But unlike Walt, I don't think there is. I don't think he said they're stacked. I think they're on across the board. Like, what I mean, they're like that Orlando team with Magic, where there's a bunch of shooters and they surround them with the nice pieces. But I just don't see that player who, we're down 10. We need to come back. I don't see that player on there. And I like to believe Jimmy's that guy, but he's not a 3-point shooter. And if you can't shoot threes, it's going to be tough to come back, so someone else, as a team effort, though, they are great at hanging points on you from time to time in a hurry. But if you just need one player to catch fire, I don't think Miami has it. And so I like Boston.
I mean,
Yeah.
how's that not considered stacked?
I got Miami winning tonight, but I got them losing in 7. Miami wins tonight, but they lose in 7. Because I think, I think the positive thing for Boston, the thing that works in their favor, is the youth. They're young. They're young, they're hungry.
Oh, yeah.
You see how much better they are with Udoka compared to Brad Stevens. What a difference a year makes and a little intensity. So yeah, I think they lose tonight, but they win. They win in 7 on what would that be, Sunday?
So they losing tonight and they gonna win 2 straight.
Yeah, I mean they did it against Milwaukee, and Milwaukee was a lot more. I think Milwaukee is a lot more physical than Miami. I think Miami just they small and physical, but I think Milwaukee is big and physical. So, but
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, Brad Stevens did take them to like 3 conference finals. Now, he never made the finals, but he did take them. So they still do have to win this series. And I'm a huge Udoka fan. I've made that very clear. But at the same time, he does have to win this series.
But I
Like,
think they would always. I think with Brad Stevens, it would always be a ceiling, and that was their ceiling. A ceiling, and that was their ceiling.
I mean, let's be honest.
I agree with that. So that's what I'm saying. Udoka has to get past this before he's breaks that ceiling, or else he just reaches the same ceiling.
Udoka will be for Boston what Steve Kerr was for Golden State. A different voice that can get them to where they are.
Another comparison is Becky Hammond's down there in Las Vegas. She is the new Steve Kerr of WNBA. They are hanging 3-pointers on people down there in Las Vegas.
They just set the record on LA, didn't they?
I think so. I think it is nasty. They are putting up threes like crazy. But yeah, I think Udoka, like I said, I think he's going to be a great coach. I think he's going to be a top 5 coach every single year he coaches, but he does have to, and I think he will. I'm saying Celtics in 6, but he does have to break that ceiling before he's better than Brad Stevens.
I mean, you can't really necessarily say that's a ceiling for Brad Stevens because in Brad Stevens' defense, I mean, let's be honest, he had to go against LeBron, he had to go against Giannis. So I mean, that's pretty much 2 in the East. I should say that's kind of like 2 of the best players that's in this decade. Let's be fair. If he didn't have to play LeBron, I think he possibly could get to the finals. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think Brad Stevens, they could have had the success they're having in the playoffs with Brad Stevens?
They did it 3 times. They've been to the conference finals. They've been to Game 7
right now.
the finals.
Right now, do you think they could have the same success this season if Brad Stevens was the coach?
I think they're a conference final team. Now, I thought they would have been in here with the Bucks or something like that, and then lose. But the fact that the fact that he beat the Bucks, which I didn't think Brad Stevens could do, I do put that on his resume. But I'm just saying, like, I thought they could have beaten. I thought they were going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Yes, with Brad Stevens, but
I think Udoka is a breath of fresh air. Oh,
I agree with that.
Harsh
air. For the players. I think for the players. I think for He's definitely and I don't think the fans know enough about him yet.
because
But that's why I'm excited.
he's making them do things Brad Stevens wasn't, like play defense. You see, Jason Tatum was clamping Durant. Like, what the hell? When you start doing
I will say
what
though,
you doing?
Facts. That's right.
He was making
I
it
will.
tough. John, he was blocking his shot, and KD like 7 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm not second guessing that, and I'm not
Oh,
the Durant defender, so I'm not
I was
defending
about to
Durant.
say,
I
hey,
will say
how
though,
many times
Durant.
Kevin Durant getting his shot blocked?
I will say there
Being
was two
guarded one
games
on one.
where Durant refused to put the ball on the floor and just wherever he caught it, he just shot from there, and I was a little disappointed in that. He
True.
kind of gave Brooklyn an out or Boston an out, but like I said, yeah, I think Udoka brings something new to this team, which is again, I think I've been saying all year, like he's one of my favorite coaches, if not my favorite coach right now. But he still does have to get past that ceiling before we just say unanimously he's better, right? He does have to make the finals, which is something that, and you said like LeBron was his ceiling, not the conference finals. I agree with that. LeBron was Paul George's ceiling. He was Derrick Rose's ceiling. Like
Yeah.
a lot of these players could have made the finals if it weren't for LeBron. He prevented Gilbert Arenas from making it 3 times. Like he prevented a lot of people in the East from ever making the finals. So I agree. Like LeBron was the ceiling for a lot of people.
And that's my only point that I was just trying to make for Brad Stevens. Like I know y'all was saying like his ceiling was like the conference finals, but I mean it's kind of tough when you kind of going against, like I said, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much almost every year, honestly. And I feel like that them going through that is helping them now. You feel me? Because it's like they've grown and they've learned from all the mistakes that they were making back then compared to now. I'm not saying that they're perfect, but I'm just saying like they've improved a lot from what I'm saying, Tatum's Tatum and Brown's first couple of years to now. So like I said, I just like their development and I just like what I'm seeing coming from Tatum and them. So shout out.
I'd agree. I totally agree.
Shout out to both coaches.
We switching gears, guys, going from an American sport to a foreign sport. Football Americano. Kylian Mbappe has signed the biggest contract in football history. He will remain. He signs a contract with PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. I'm thinking FC means football club. Could be wrong, but that's a great guess. He signs a deal, and the deal is good through 2025. He signs a deal for 435 million euros. So dollars. I don't know how it works in other foreign countries, but
It's like $600 million, something like that, or something like that. The euro is worth more than the
yeah,
dollar, so it's
different.
pretty crazy.
It's different. But yeah, he signs the most expensive contract in the history of football. And they say on average he's gonna make about 5 million a month.
Bro, they say he make $1 million a week. That is crazy.
Just on his contract.
5 million
No,
a month.
but that's just on his contract. That's not counting his
Deal.
signing bonus.
4 to 5 million a month.
Right.
He got
Plus
100
his contract or plus his
He got
signing bonus.
100 million euros just for accepting the proposal.
He's just making a cool $1 million a week.
And please tell the people how old this man is too.
23. He won't be 24 until December 20th of this year.
That's crazy.
This guy he's kind of like the Luka Doncic, man. He's been playing pro since he was 16 years old.
And he's a black soccer player. So hopefully, with him being a little darker melanin, he about Walt complexion. Hopefully, that'll make, the black kids here in America be like, hey, soccer might not be that bad. I might need to go on over there and see what I can do. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, that contract. Yeah, I think John was explaining it earlier. If you could explain it again, John, of what else comes with his contract other than the money concept, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so he's got like that Pat Mahomes contract where he's getting like $50 million a year, but he also got like I think in dollars it comes out to like he's just signing on the paper. They handed him $137 million just to sign his name. So he's already got 137 plus the 150 coming in for the next 3 years. But then, yeah, so they gave him, apparently it sounds like he has permission or the rights to help select the coach, help select the director, help make decisions on signings, and help make decisions on sales, marketing, stuff like that. So
Well, he gets a
this,
percentage of everything with his face or name on it.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
but he has say in
Well,
it too.
well, they
So,
say that was the reason why he didn't sign with Real Madrid because they were not willing to. Like it was a bidding war. I think Real Madrid started out at like 1.2. PSG said we'll give him 1.4. Real Madrid was like we'll give him 1.5. PSG was like we'll give you 1.9 and your pretty much NIL rights, name, image, likeness.
but they also, yeah, they came in like last minute. It sounds like because
Yes.
apparently, so there, someone else is now filing some sort of legal action against him for something. But like it sounds like Real Madrid had some sort of like not written but like a verbal agreement that he was coming there. That's what they're trying to claim or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So they're a little pissed about that.
Almost like
But
college when you
but
when
it
you
sounds
verbally
like,
commit somewhere.
yeah, it does sound like PSG at the last minute was like, we can't allow this to happen. We have arguably the best player in the world. We have to sell the team to keep him. You know what I mean? Like if he's the only player out there and we have to kick the other 10 guys, listen, we got to make it happen. Like he sells tickets, man. Like he's arguably the best player in the world. It's the same with why I said the other day, Joe Burrow's my favorite playing quarterback, but Cam's my favorite current quarterback until he retires.
You said, Jack.
It's the same. Cristiano Ronaldo is my guy, and when he retired, but Mbappe, man, as soon as Cristiano Ronaldo retires, like Mbappe is my guy. Like I've been watching this kid for years. He's French, man.
Why
He's
he can't
French.
just move up the bracket now?
Because I stick with my people. I don't ever.
You didn't stick with the Lakers.
That's a team. This is this weird thing, right? Is like I don't think you understand me yet, right? I always take players over organizations.
Ah,
I always
he
stand
stick
with the
with what he
Kyries.
know, but he didn't stick with them Lakers. When
I
okay,
always stand with the Kyries, the ABs, the Kaepernicks, the whatever. I always take the players' side, like 99% of the time. So, Lakers, listen, that's a name. That's a color of a jersey. I don't know. I can move on.
Yeah, it's just like me saying I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm really not. I'm just a LeBron fan.
You're
Yeah,
a Cleveland.
so
You
for me,
can't do that. You're a Cleveland fan.
How can you tell me what I can do when
Because
LeBron
you
is
told
my
us already.
but this
LeBron
contract,
is I am a Cleveland fan, but if wherever LeBron goes, that's where I go. Simple as that.
this contract is insane though, because like you said, like LeBron has that, right, as Kyrie would call it, the GM moniker, where he's able to make certain decisions about who my coach is, who my players are. I mean, Kyrie said LeBron put the team together. That's what he literally said. He said, no, LeBron put that team together. So, but he was also in his 30s, had a couple titles under his belt and all that stuff. This kid's 23. You just handed him like, he doesn't have complete say over all those things, but they said apparently he has a good amount of say about who they sign, the players, the director, the coach. Like he could almost pick the whole team at 23 years old. Like it's one thing to hand a kid some money. It's another to tell him, help us run the organization. And so I think it says a lot about his not just his talent, but his knowledge of the game as well.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a lot of power for a 23-year-old. But I mean, I'm always been a firm believer of giving people chances. So I mean, if like John just said, if he has the knowledge of the game and he can put a team together, why not try it? So I mean, hey, if it doesn't work out, then that just means he should just lose out. Oh, well, he can't lose out on his rights because it's in his contract. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just said like
I used to work in.
I'm sure something they're going to make something happen if he can't live up to his expectations, I should say. So
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he doesn't have complete say, but sounds like he's got quite a bit.
Majority.
I used to work in sales, and like we would have our best salesman. Dude was socially awkward because he was in your face, aggressive, but he was great at making sales. And because he was great at making sales, they would make him the manager. So now not only is your best salesman off the street, but now this dude who's socially awkward, not a people person, aggressive, is now the manager, pissing everyone off. He's not a great manager. He's a great salesman. So now you lost your best salesman and you got a garbage manager at the same time. And that's what could happen with these situations, right? Is you give that kind of power to someone who's a great player. Doesn't mean he's going to be a great, so to speak, GM. So I think it really does say a lot about his knowledge of the game that they trust him with this much power. I think it says, listen, he's not just a great player and we're just giving him this because he's a great player. We're giving him this because he knows the game.
Yeah. He's the world's highest paid athlete at 23 years old. Imagine that.
Good for him, man. That's awesome.
You know, congrats to you, Mbappe. Hit my line. You ever need a barber, whatever. Only charge you $500,000 about a cut. But you got it. You got it.
500,000, man.
Hey, mind your damn business.
130, but he already just to sign. I wish I could sign a piece of paper that gave me $137 million. You point that paper out, shoot,
$435 million.
Man, you give me half of that, I still sign it.
Over 3 years. 3 years. And
Yeah.
you know, hey, Mbappe, do what you do, my brother. Show them why you getting that money. But they did. Well, I talked to a lot of my clients that are football fans, and they say, like, you know, with Real Madrid or PSG, you know, those big soccer programs, football leagues, whatever they call it. You know, if you know, they say like with LeBron investing in it and stuff, you can almost guarantee you not going broke when you invest in those clubs because they make so much money. And then a person like Mbappe, you know, say, you know, you a part ownership in PSG, your stock just went up with him. You know, so you, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So
you see a lot of
yeah,
you see a lot of NBA players, you know, investing in, you know, soccer teams and, you know, baseball teams and stuff because of, you know, how much value or revenue that they can make off that teams.
and they come out too, man. They support every game. It seems like every game be at night, but they be out there.
Absolutely,
They be
especially
out
during the
there
off season.
packed,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
packed out every game. So congrats to him. So, Mr. Walter Thomas, what do you have for us?
Put my name out there like that, man.
Well, everybody know you.
You related to Joe Thomas?
Joe, I wish. I was about to say, hey Joe, if you part of this Thomas family, hit me up, boy. We can talk some football.
He
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if he is, hey, that'd be something
you
crazy.
know,
I would love to pick his
slavery,
brain.
unfortunately.
I was about to say I love to pick Joe Thomas's brain for sure. I'd be like,
100%.
how does it feel to now be sitting on the sidelines while the team is somewhat doing successful? It sucks.
Hey, when you hate that, though,
Nico's related to Justin, aren't you?
we don't know that yet. Hasn't been confirmed.
He said I haven't confirmed it yet. Funny as
Still
hell.
doing the research.
Shut up.
But I mean, you know,
I looked down that family tree.
could be. But like I said, you know, due to slavery and stuff, you know, those things are very possible.
It is though.
You know, unfortunately.
I'm gonna look up what is it called? The linden tree. I think it's not the linden tree.
Ancestry.
There you go, ancestry. I
Yeah.
said linden tree. That's for like a loan or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Football looking up alone. That boy's not that decent.
Hey,
All right.
if it's a
Well,
sponsor,
Walt-
why not?
Walt, what do you have for us with the trivia tonight?
All right. I think I might get this one. Who is
For
the
how many
first-
points?
Oh, shit. So,
Huncho! Yes, sir.
5 points, I guess.
All right, 5 points.
Who was the first NBA player to win the first NBA MVP?
Jerry
First
West.
NBA player to win the first NBA MVP.
No.
Oh, I know who it is.
I almost said George Gervin. It's not George Gervin.
That boy said George Kerr.
No, it was a little. It was a point guard, right? It was like a shooting guard or something. Like, crap. I don't know it. I'm not gonna get it. I
say
but
it?
as soon as you say it, I'm gonna know it.
Go ahead.
I don't want to butcher his last name. Um, what's his name? Bob Petit.
Bob Pettit.
Pettit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dang.
Right.
You know what? The only funny thing about that, I was watching the NBA channel earlier.
Bob Pettit. That's crazy.
Ah, boy, pay attention, boy.
See, look, you did your research because look, what you say you was watching the NBA channel. You feel me? You was doing
Yeah,
some
I mean, I
research and
was
not even
watching it for
know.
and they
Not
just
even
happened to
know.
be talking about
It's all good. All right, let me get a next one. All right.
it.
This NFL question. NFL question. Which team won the first Super Bowl in 1967?
Wait 5 seconds, or everyone knows this, right?
I'm pretty sure somebody. I'm sure everybody knows this one.
Nico, go ahead. Tell him. You need the points.
It's 5 seconds. That's
Who
past.
Packers. Green Bay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it, Nico?
I'll stick with the Packers.
You what?
He said you don't fit the Packers.
You ain't gonna never hear them words come out these, man.
All right, look, I got one more
Okay.
football question. I think y'all should probably get this one most definitely. Which team had the first running back to reach 10,000 rushing yards, career rushing yards?
Hmm.
Which team had the first running back to rush for 10,000 career rushing yards?
I actually want to say the Packers or the Browns. Browns?
Yeah.
Yeah, Browns.
Who
Yeah.
was it?
You got it. For 1 point, Nico. Come on. You got
No.
this. Extra point right here.
I forgot. I'm having a brain
Jim?
fart. His
Jim?
name, Jim Brown.
Yeah.
There we go. It's in the name. It's in Cleveland Brown.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Little Cleveland history for you. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. Got 3 of them things. What John got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Well, Nico knew the Packers. Apparently, he just didn't want
Yeah,
to
he
say
just
it.
ain't want to say it. So yeah, he.
So
I knew
yeah,
the
anytime there's
Packers and Bob Pettit. Whatever.
if you ever need to catch up with Nico at any point, I'll just throw some Packer answers in, and that way you get free points.
You got jokes, huh?
That boy do not mess with them Packers, man.
No, we don't. All that green and PP yellow. No, I don't. I don't care.
It's cheese.
It ain't no damn cheese.
I don't know.
Hey, cheese.
I think the green is like the molded cheese, right? It's like the yellow's cheese, and then the green is like
That's
moldy.
exactly what it is. Yep, that's what we're
Okay.
gonna go with.
Hey, that Modus cheese. That Modus cheese is running things right now. So hey,
They only won 2 Super Bowls.
Hey, we're talking about
'96.
playing against y'all.
They only won 2 Super Bowls since '96. What?
I'm saying against y'all.
They had all these great quarterback play and only 2 Super Bowls to show for it.
All I'm saying against the Bears. That's
What has it won?
You just said 2 Super Bowls. What do you mean?
2 Super Bowls.
2
Super Bowls in what? 32 years? Yeah, that's great. That's great.
They got the most recent one.
No, they don't.
I'm talking about out of y'all.
Oh, I was about to say, did you not just watch the Super Bowl? About to say, you tripping.
Talk about
Yeah,
out
I
of
will say, like, a lot of credit to Aaron Rodgers because they lost a lot of their receiving, majority of their receiving core, in sense, and they're still up there, like top 5 or 6 in power rankings. We'll talk about power rankings next show, but like, it's impressive that they're still up that high. I didn't know they'd be ranked that high after losing, Devontae, but I mean, they are a nice team though, so we'll see.
They average.
All right, well, take us out.
Oh, this has been Real Deal Sports. I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. This is your boy Big Watt, my boy Suave, Nico Suave, looking suave in the muff over there, doing this same ass pose for the last.
Mike Tyson. We're gonna call it the Mike Tyson.
Right, doing the same ass.
Put your hand in front of your face, not in front of you.
Let that shit go, bro. And my boy John, the coldest white dude I know, editor, whatever you need, man. That's my boy, the hardest working man I know, bro. And hey, appreciate y'all joining us. Make sure y'all comment, like, help us reach 1K, you dig? You feel me? So hey,
Yes,
we
sir.
slowly but surely working up there, you feel me? So I think we got 41, 42 subscribes. So
God
hey,
help us. We could bring more dope content, but y'all playing.
Yeah, that's the goal. Eventually, we
you
do
heard
this
what he
full
said,
time.
man. Y'all heard
Y'all
what he
playing?
said. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. It's been Real Deal Sports. Thank you for joining us. Love you.